clever is that? I like that. Should we try and do it again? GoPro, pause. Did that work? No. GoPro, carry on recording. Just don't say, GoPro, stop.
You just said it.
Okay, just don't say, GoPro, stop recording. Magic. Well, we're back. Now we know a new feature. Nobody ring us up and shout GoPro stop recording. Anyway, right. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3.
Who are we are beavers, can't you see? B-E-A-V-E-R-S, beavers.
That was so outstanding. You.
I promise to do my best to be kind and helpful and to love God.
Outstanding. Let's see if you get this right. Carry on. You hold it. And then I hold it. Not bad. Getting better. That's like you've been practicing. And this wasn't the first take. Inspection. Let's see what scruffy little individual and disgrace to the uniform you are this week. Still not washed your hair. Certainly not cut it. There are no hairdressers open in Ormskirk these days. Fingers covered in mud. Teeth washed last week. Is that one still wobbly? Excellent. Right, that'll do. So, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to week 6. We only thought this would be going for 3 weeks. Can you tell how many extra grey hairs I've got? So, the news. Right, this week, or this Sunday, is St George's Day. Now, Ormskirk District, if you go on their Facebook page, are asking people that tomorrow, when we do the clap for the NHS, if you could do it in your uniforms and video yourself doing it and send them a little video clip. They'll put it all together and then they will update us on what exactly we're doing for St George's Day Parade. Hope you all sent me videos from last week of you doing your My Lighthouse. Did you send your video in? Jolly good. Also, the 9th Ormskirk, we're going to have a virtual campfire on the Saturday night. Skip and Net are trying to work out through Zoom and they'll send you an email in due course. But if you can, hopefully got a few marshmallows left over from last week and a few, if there's any fuel left in your lighters, so you can get a little virtual campfire or some internet left on Netflix Hotfire. So look for an email on that one. Now then, I don't know whether you've been also aware, but tomorrow, the 23rd, is Children in Need Day, and our glorious leader, Bear Grylls himself, has sent a video out because he wants everyone to walk to the moon. Well, not everyone to walk to the moon individually, but he wants everyone to walk at least a mile. So together, we should have walked, all the scouts should have walked the equivalent distance to the moon and maybe back. There is a website link here, or if you just Google walk to the moon, or hike to the moon, sorry, and it leads you to a web page where you can add your miles or make a donation to the charities that it's in the cause for. Nevertheless, we wouldn't be happy with just doing 1 mile, would we? How about 9 miles?
I can do that on my bike.
No, you can hike it. So, if you have a look on the website, rather than just the YouTube channel, there should be a route card. So we're going to do a virtual hike using Google Earth and Google Maps to hike through the streets of Paris, as it's sure it's lovely this time of year. Apparently it's very quiet and peaceful. So, and then we can march the equivalent distance around our gardens. Ready? 9 miles.
Right now?
Right now. Ready to go?
Are we walking home?
No, we're walking around Paris. Ready? Now we need to apparate to Paris. Like Dobby does. Ready? Because it's such a long distance. 1.
You're doing this.
No, we're going to both apparate. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, if you found the from our webpage, go on week 6. Oh, I've not done it yet. But once I've done it, there'll be a Word document with the route card and some instructions. So to start with, we'll go onto Google Maps. And aha, here we are, 9th Ormskirk. So let's let's create ourselves a bit of a route. So let's see, what's the first one on the places to visit, or where's our start point? The Eiffel Tower in Paris. And then if we move down here to directions, oh, swap that round. There we are, Eiffel Tower at the top. Where should we go next? How about the Arc de Triomphe? Let's add another destination. How about the Louvre Museum? It's almost as if I've already done this on the computer the way it... Notre Dame in Paris, and the Luxembourg Gardens, Les Invalides, and back to the Eiffel Tower. Let's see, that's going to take us 1 hour and 3 minutes and 17 kilometres. Can we do that? No, we're not going to go by car. Make sure you change it to walking. Ta-da! Right.
How long is it going to take?
Just shy 15 kilometres, 3 hours, which is about 9 miles. Now, if we collapse that side panel, now you see this little guy here? He's our great. This is the guy that we're going to be using to walk around. This one, this little figure, he's the one who's actually going to do all the hard walking. Now, from your route cards, if you print them out, whoops, you should have something that looks like this. So, we've got where we're starting, where we're going to, the directions for getting there, the distance. Now I've also cut it down into lengths of, or circuits of, a standard 10 by 5 metre garden. So for the scouts, for the first stage, you're going to do 83 laps, cubs 56 laps, beavers 28 laps. And in the notes section, there's some questions about what to look for while we're virtually hiking around Paris. So we're going to follow this blue trail, and we're going to drop this little guy to start with. Let's see if we can drop him on the Eiffel Tower. So left click, drop him on, and there we are. Wow, look at the sky there. What is it? Can I just have it? What can we see in the sky? We don't see that very often these days. Contrails. Hardly see any of them. So that's where we're going to be hiking, all around Paris. Now if you can move, sometimes you can move along from where we are. But if we want to suddenly move this guy, we can go back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop him in the middle of the road on one of the blue lines. Oh no, we've dropped him underneath the road. Oops, back up again. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's drop him on the street outside. In fact, we'll make it easier. We'll drop him on the road. No, we missed. We dropped him underneath. Right, let's go. Here we are. Are we on? We're on the bridge. So, let's read these instructions and see if you can do it. What does this say?
I can't say it.
What do you mean you can't read it?
I
Let's
can't.
do it
Okay.
together.
Head across the river to the
Northwest.
northwest. Now, we've got a little compass here in this corner. If you click on it, it will point to the north. So that the red arrow is pointing north. So slightly northwest over this way. And we're going to head across. Now you see this little arrow? Just keep clicking on it and we'll drive across the bridge, or we'll walk across the bridge. You're trying to get to the right side of the road. Oh, you ended up on... You've fallen off the bridge! Oh no! No, right, if you get stuck, go back up to this arrow here. Pick the little figure up and drop him back down again. Okay, let go. So we're not necessarily pointing in the right direction, so click on that. Turn around. Right. So across the river northwest.
Am I going the right way?
At the junction, turn right. Which way is right? No, your other right.
Which right?
Hang on, can I have it?
Which right? My right or your right?
They're both the same. We're both pointing in the same direction. That is right. That's left. Now, if we get on the right, rather than driving through the traffic, let's go onto the right side of the road and follow these cars. And in fact, let's follow the two mopeds. So chase after those guys and head up the street called Avenue de Nationale Unis. So, we was in Upper Lean. So, carry on, head up this road. Whoosh, whoosh. And again, chasing these mopeds. Oh, it's just like real work. Oh, which way do we go from here?
Left or right?
After the trees, there's a little bit of a roundabout. Can we see the roundabout? Bear slightly right. Oh, you see a school group? Stop. Should we wait for them to cross? How long are we going to be waiting till they all cross the road? Okay, and head along the Avenue de Luna. Now you should keep going. Avenue de Luna. Hang on, can I just borrow that? So we can see the road that we're on up here. And we could also see that we're fairly travelling along the same path. We're in the right direction. So let's head along here. You don't have to go all the way. Ooh, there's a policeman there. And a
Where?
tractor. Oh, there's back there. You missed it.
Wee.
Keep going. No, you're going the wrong way. That's it.
That way.
Yep. And again.
Left or
Now.
right?
There is another roundabout with a statue of a man on a horse. Oh, and hang on, there's a question here. Who is the man on the horse? Any idea who he is or what he looks like? Maybe you can try and walk around it and see if there's a name. Now, if you use the scroll on your mouse, you can zoom in. That's it. Now, let's go back to the in front of him. See if you can go right in front of him. Okay, right, now go and have a look at him now. And can we zoom in on what the writing is on the... Right, can we zoom in that way? What can we see? Whoa, there's graffiti on there. Outrageous. What's his name?
What? Oh.
Shh.
Washington.
Washington. That must be General George Washington. Why on earth he's got a statue in the middle of Paris? I don't know. So, we can zoom out again and carry on heading up the Rue. Carry on heading north. Oh, which way's north? That way. Up the Rue de Lena.
No, let me.
Okay, carry on that way. Are we still on the Avenue de Lena?
Oh, wait.
Avenue de Lena, yeah. Okay, ooh, this looks a lovely place to hike. Keep going.
Can't do that.
You can't walk there. Yeah, that's because the Google van couldn't fit down there. It could fit here. Keep going. Straight on. Are you getting tired yet?
No.
Alright, you can do it at the run then. Keep going.
Am I still on the road?
Yeah, keep going that way.
Can you tell?
Well, let's just keep, because we're at a place, generally in France means a place, or like a plaza.
Wait, is it left or right?
Let's have a look on here. Go, bring your little mousy thing down here. If you're not sure, let's have a look down here. There's our little guy. He's, yeah, pretty much on the right track, so let's keep following him along. Oh, and we're back on Avenue de Lena. On we go. Wow, sprinting ahead. Oh, what's this coming up? Is there something big? Right, any idea what that's called? That is the Arc de Triomphe. It's very famous. You can Google about what it's all about. But just let go a sec.
Go in it.
Right, well, to go in it, because they possibly haven't let the Google Map van drive into the middle of it, if we zoom out and we get our little guy, you might be able to drop him on one of these little circles. And there we are in the middle. Now, this, very famously, is the eternal flame that never goes out. And it's a memorial to Ici repose un soldat français mort pour la Fistrade. Oh, careful. All right. So that's the first section of the map. So we've done, what was that, 2.5 kilometres. What does that mean? We need to just pause this and we best go and do the map, the distance in the garden. Okay, so hang on, wait for the instructions. So we're in the garden of the Scout Hut. I've worked out if you've got an equivalent 10-metre garden, 28 laps for beavers, 56 laps for cubs, 83 laps for scouts should give you the equivalent distance of what we've just done.
Bless you.
So we're prepared, ready for our trip into deepest, darkest Paris and into the garden. 28 laps, ready? 86 laps. You can walk if you want to, or run. Ready? Steady, go! Right. Are you tired?
Time to do something else really fast.
Oh. So, that's the first bit done. You can carry on doing the rest of the bits in your own time. Carry on doing your hiking. Now, if you take a picture of yourself doing your hike, you can enter it in on the website to the hike to the moon. Also send a picture to our Scout website and our email address, and we'll, if you've confirmed you've definitely done the full hike, either for Scouts, Beavers or Cubs, then we'll award you a hike badge. Okay, next thing. Whew, cup of tea.
Hey, it's time to do something else really fast.
What's the word?
My God.
So, knot of the week this week for everyone. Start with one rope just dangling down from the... You can have it across, so dangling down from the ceiling, and then get a loop. Michael, are you going to do one of these? You get one as well. Let's see if you can practice it. So we get our rope. Generally use the knotted end, loop it around and put it through the end. Now that's a pretty straightforward square knot, but if we do that again
Look at me.
and again 3 times, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of string all holding this. And the great thing about it is that when it's loose, it will quite happily slide up and down the rope. When it's under pressure, being pulled, it jams in, the friction holds it.
Mine just went out straight away. Mine just
Right,
went
so
out.
let's go on, have a go of it. So go round, you know, like how you do your normal. Now pull that. Pull your knot through. That's it. Now pull on this one. Let go of that one. Right, so that's one turn. So pick this up and go round, go through again. And one more time. Right, and now just pull. That's it, pull. Yeah, you've got it. So it goes up and down until you really pull on this, and then it won't move. And you can use it for climbing. Well, one of the main uses that you see on James Bond is for climbing. The major use of these is that they slide up and down when they're not under tension, but when you're pulling on them, they stick. So I can hang on to this rope. Now the other idea is you see in a great James Bond film is how that it uses them to climb up a rope and make his way up to the fortress just using these. And he actually just ties it using his shoelaces. Not as easy as it looks. Right, and that's the Prussik knot. So, brilliant. Now then, you may have got an email off Net about the future of camping. Go Outdoors, almost turned the GoPro off then. Go Outdoors have got a competition on, and they want people to design the next generation of tents. So this is your opportunity from Beavers, Cubs or Scouts or Explorers to even design and get some ideas for the next generation of tents. And if you send us your efforts to Annette, she can submit them as part of the group. And if we win, then we get some free tents from Go Outdoors with lighting systems, so that you can stay up as long as you need to, eating sweets. Anyway, the instructions are you need to draw, sketch, paint, or describe your perfect future tent.
Does that mean the tents have sweetie makers in them?
If you can design a sweetie maker, you can design a sweetie maker. So, design your own tent, may come up some new innovative ideas, like sweetie makers, So we had and in good Blue Peter fashion, here's some we came up with earlier. So I've designed a tent that's on floats, so that when we go on our canoeing expeditions and it gets late and it's too late to carry on and it goes dark, we inflate our tent and we spend the night on the water. What did you do, Michael? Tell us all about it.
That's Voldemort.
Having a banana. I don't remember that in the Harry Potter books where he ate a banana.
But he must be hungry.
Tell us what else is there.
Wow.
What are all the things on the tent?
Satellite laser.
A laser,
A wind machine.
a wind generator, or one that makes electricity.
And a slide to get into the shower.
Okay,
And some extra clothes.
fair enough. Excellent. Well, we'll take a picture of that and we'll send it to an... Okay. So, you've got some tasks to do for this week. Go for a hike. Drop it in on the Hike to the Moon website with the details and the pictures. Send them to us as well and we'll give you one hike badge. Also, design your new tent. Send that to Annette at her website as well. We might be able to win some new tents next time we actually start camping. If you win it, you sleep in it. Okay? Alright, well, we'll see you maybe for the big campfire on Saturday night on Zoom and maybe on St. George's Day on church for Sunday. Ready?
We're doing the double click.
No, where are we? We're back here, we're just going to finish. Ready? Okay. Eyes closed. Thank you, Jesus, for this day, for my food and for my play. Now my evening thanks I bring for beaver friends and everything. Amen. You?
I promise to do my best to be kind and helpful unto of God.
Jolly good. Right, take the flag down. First take. Brilliant! First take, no instructions. Well done. Right, troop, dismiss. Night all.